sorry ass DJ.
Hello guys! Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Simply Marbs, Maestro o Lasso.
Welcome to our Mathematics 5 Quarter 2, Week number 1. Ayan, kumusta mga kaguro, mga magulang at mga mag-aaral? Ako pa rin ang inyong Simply Marbs, Maestro o at sama-sama pa rin tayong matuto. Ayan, nasa quarter 2 na nga tayo at ang ating pamagat para sa ating week number. It's all about the place value through 10,000s. Reading and writing decimals and rounding off decimals. In short, magkakaroon tayo ng 3-part lessons para sa ating week number 1. Ayan, handa na ba kayo? Tara na! For week number 1, we have certain competencies. The first one, gives the place value and the value of a digit of a given decimal number through 10,000s. Second, reads and writes decimal numbers through 10,000s. And the third one, round decimal numbers to the nearest hundredth and thousand. Ayan ang ating tatalakayin. Let's start. Before that, let's have first a review. Fraction and decimal are interrelated to each other. In short, fractions is a decimal and decimal is a fraction. So the only difference is that they have different forms. Okay? Ulitin ko, ang fraction at saka decimal ay parehas lamang. Ang kanilang pagkakaiba ay ang kanilang anyo. Just like this one. 1/10 is equal to 1/10. Kung makahalata ninyo, ay parehas lamang basahin ang dalawang ito. The only difference is that this is fraction and this is written in decimal form. The second one, 100th. When we read this decimal, 100th. And we have 1,000th. This is also read as 1,000th. Okay. So, we have also some fractions just like 1/2. But if we change that to decimal, it is equal to or kaparehas lamang yan ni 5/10. Example, another one, 3/4. It is equal to the decimal number 75 hundredths. And we have 1/8 is equal to 125 thousandths. Yan. The only difference is that, again, decimal numbers are the numbers based on the 10. We have tenths, hundredths, thousands, and so on. While 1/2 is also equal to 5/10 or 5/10. But when we get the lowest term of 5/10, we have 1/2. Did you understand? Also 3/4. When we change 3/4 to 75/100 or 7500, when we get the lowest term, we have 3/4. So it's equal to 7500 in decimal. Also in 1/8. When we get the lowest term of 125 thousandths, we have 1/8. So, ganun lamang po. Parehas lamang po ang mga value ng fraction at saka decimal. Ang pagkakaiba nga, decimal were written based on 10. We have tenths, hundredths, thousands. Okay? Okay? But fractions and decimals are the same in terms of the definition. They are all numbers that are less than 1 or less than 1 whole. Mas mababa sa isang buo. Okay? So that's why they were written just like this. Let's have now the first part of our lesson. It's all about how do we find the place value and value of decimal numbers.
although you already discussed this when you were in grade 4. So we have this one. Copper is a very good conductor of heat. It is the element made of electric wires. The atomic
Weight of copper is
this number 63.542 grams. G. This is not the
way of reading. So there is a proper
example of mixed decimals. In order to read 63.542, we will change that into fraction equal to mixed fractions 63 and 542 thousandths. So the proper way
the proper reading of this number is 63 and 5.
to thousandths. Okay? So let's discuss further.
When we say decimal, it is a number that is written with a dot. Ayan, yung dot na yan, yung decimal point. Between, so that decimal point or that dot represents the two kinds of numbers. The first one, part of the number that is equal to 1 or more. These are the numbers,
The decimal point. And
part of the number that is less than 1, mas mababa. These are the numbers on the right of the dot or decimal point. For example, 63.542. Numbers or digits on the left are 6 and 3 or 63. This 63 represents
when we say whole number, these are the numbers equal to 1 or more. While 542 or 542, the numbers on
right of the decimal point represents the part of the number that is less than 1, or these are now the decimal. Okay, so 63.542 read as 63 and 542 thousandths. Did you get it? Let us discuss now the place value chart of the number. So please take note of the spelling, no? Doon nagkakamali ang ilan sa inyo, mali ang spelling. Let's be careful with the spelling. Now again, let us look at the decimal point. On the left, these are the digits 6 and 3. And this
represents us.
whole number. So 3 as ones, 6 as tens, hundreds, and so on. You are familiar with the place value of a whole number, right? Now, let us discuss now the place value of the decimal.
We have now
After the decimal point, the first place digit, which is 5,
10.
this place. All right. Please be careful with this.
Digit 4 represents the hundredths digit. And
Represents as thousandths.
note
Okay, the decimal number.
TH. All right? TH.
Okay, now when we find the value of its decimal digit, for example, 5 is 5 tenths. Therefore, the value of 5 is 0.5 or 5 tenths. While 4 is in the hundredths, so the value of 4 is 4 hundredths. While 2 is in the thousandths, so the value is 2 thousandths.
The following example.
Let's try this one. Math, try nga. Now, give the place value and value of line digit. Example number 1, 23 and 567 thousandths. Now, as you notice, we have the underlying digit 6. Again, let us discuss one by one the place value of decimal. Let's start with 5. Correct. 10.
TH. 6 represents hundred.
Correct. 7 represents thousands. So what
the place value of 6?
You got it. It is
Hundredths. Be careful with the spelling. All right. Now, since 6 is in the hundredths place, therefore, what is the value of 6? You got it. It is 6 hundredths. Did you understand? Let's have the second example. What if we have number 2? 2 and 878 thousandths. So 8 represents tenths, 7 represents hundredths, 8 represents thousands. Just take note of the order of the place value. We have tenths, the first, the second, hundreds, thousands, the fourth one, 10,000s. Okay? Just follow the order. Now, what is the place value of the underlying digit now? Yes, you got it. It's tenths. Again, be careful with the spelling. Now, since 8 is in the tens place, so what is now the value of 8? You got it. It's 8 tenths. Did you understand? And let's have now the final example. What about this one? How do we read this one? Just read first the digits. 2,458. Since apat na ang digit natin, we will include 10,000s. Okay, again, let's follow the order. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000s. So, the place value of 8, since pang-apat na place siya, is 10,000s. Now, what's the value of 8? Since 8 is in 10,000s, so the value is 8 10,000s. Did you understand? Congratulations! All right, now
welcome to our second part of this.
number 1. It's all about reading and writing decimal numbers. Paano nga ba ang tamang pagbasa at pagsulat ng decimal numbers? The first thing is, dapat you already
So, the place value of each digit. Let's have this one.
how do you read this number? Okay,
Again, this is an example of a mixed decimals or, di ba, kung naalala niyo yung mixed fractions natin,
yes lang yun. This is the combination of a whole number 46 and the decimal number of 468. So how are we going
to read this one.
to read as 46 and 468 thousands? Okay, be careful lamang po sa pagbabasa natin, no? First, if we are reading a decimal or mixed decimal, we will start with the whole number. Okay? Then, after that, the decimal point read as end. Yan. Then, we will read the digits accordingly. Then, we will include the last part, which is the place value of the last digit. Ibig sabihin, again, babasahin natin yung number. Kapag mixed decimal siya, babasahin muna natin yung whole number, tapos babasahin natin yung decimal point
And kasi combination siya ng whole number
decimal. At saka babasahin lang natin yung numbers after the decimal point, and don't forget to include the last word should be the place value of the last digit, which means kapag tatlong places ang laging last word natin ay thousand. Did you understand? Did you understand? All right. Congratulations. Let's have another one. What if we have this decimal number? Since zero ang nasa whole number, we don't need to
as 0 and 38 hundredths.
simply read as 38 hundredths. Just read the decimal and don't forget to include the place value of 8, which is hundreds, kasi dalawang places po ang ating nakikita. Nagigets ba? Let's see. What if we have this one? How do you read that? Correct. It is read as 34 and 5 tenths. Okay? We have and at saka yung ating place value ay tenths. So, ganun lamang po basahin natin yan, no? Kaya kung tayo naman ay magsusulat in symbols, if what if the given is the number written in word, for example, 34 and 5 tenths. So, ang gagawin nyo lang, ang clue na makapagbibigay sa inyo ay kapag may nakita kayong and, ibig sabihin yan, the number is in mixed decimal. Kailangan merong whole number at saka yung kabila ay yun yung kanyang decimal. At yung last word ang magbibigay sa inyo ng clue kung ilang digits dapat ang numbers after the decimal point. Since isa lang yan, so tens yan. Pero kung dalawang digit na yan, it's hundreds. Kung tatlo na yan, it's thousands. Alright? Okay, let's try this one. What about this? How do you
What? Is
remember? Wala. So directly, since 1 na lang ang kanyang digit, so how do you read this one?
yes. This is read as 1,000th. Walang S. Why? Because it's singular. So be careful kapag 1 lang ang digit.
Always use singular noun. Okay.
So 1,000. Why 1,000? Because 1 is in the third place. So that is in the place value of thousands. So therefore, it's 1,000. Did you understand? Congratulations. And let's do math try nga. Okay, write the following in symbols.
Given ko ay numbers written in words. So how are you going to write it in symbols? Be careful. We have 2 and 5 tenths. Again, we have the clue words and. Ibig sabihin, ang magiging sagot ay isang mixed decimals. And we have another clue, tenths. Since tenths ang ating last word, dapat there's only one digit after the decimal point. So how are we going to write it? Correct. This is equal to 2.5, pero read as 2 and 5 tenths. Did you understand? All right. Now, the second one. Write the following in words.
Now, the given is number.
You have to write it in words. Hmm. Do you have your answer?
Let's check it out. So that is 3 and 3.
How many places? 3. So therefore, it's thousand.
So the correct answer is 3 and 3,000s. Did you understand? Yes, let's do number 3. What if my given is the number written in words? So how do you write 1 and 100?
5,000 in symbols. 1 and 105,000. We have the clue and we have the clue thousands. How do you get? What is your answer? We have 1.105, or this is read as 1 and 105 thousandths. All right. Did you get all the correct answers? If you did it, congratulations. So, paano ba nyo check kung tama ang inyong sagot? Simply as, basahin nyo yung number in words, basahin nyo yung symbols. If you read the same, that means your answer is correct. Okay? So, we are done with our second part. Let's do now the third part of our lesson. It's all about rounding off decimal numbers. Okay. So, dito ang medyo naguguluhan ng iba. So, let's now discuss how do we round off decimal numbers. Of the 100% total molecules present in the total molecules present composition of the Earth's atmosphere, only, how do you read this number again? Yes, 325 10,000s. Why 10,000s? Because we have now four places. Okay, yung 5 ay nasa 10,000. So, 325 10,000% is carbon dioxide. So, it's a trivia, no? So, let's go back with the number. Let's study this number again. This is read as, again, can you read the number? Correct. 325 10,000s. My question now is 3 hundredths closest to this number? Malapit ba ang 3 hundredths sa 325 thousands? So, paano natin malalaman? Yes, we are going to
Count of 325
into, what's the place
of 3 and 0.03. It's 100. So let's discuss now. Titingnan natin
if this number will be rounded to the nearest hundred. So how are we going to do it? So rounding off 325 10,000s to the nearest hundreds. Yan yung ating rule. Okay. The first step, identify what is the place value digit. So since ang ating rule ay i-round up to the nearest hundreds, hanapin muna natin kung nasaan yung digit in hundreds. So we have 3. 3 is the digit in hundreds place. Okay? Second one, look for the right digit and decide if it is round up or round down. So, pag nahanap na natin yung place value digit, titingnan daw natin yung katabing-katabi niya sa right. Sa right lang po, hindi sa left. So, ang katabi ni 3 ay 2. Now, decide daw, si 2 ba ay in rounding up or rounding down digits? Paano ba natin malalaman kung rounding up? So, please take note of this. Pag sinabing rounding up, the digits are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pag rounding down digits, we are talking with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
0 to 4, rounding down. 5 to 9, getting up. So 2 belongs to rounding down. So, number 3, if it is a round up, add 1 to the place value digit. But if it is a round down, the digit remains the same. So since yung katabi ni 3 ay 2, so mananatili si 3 sa kanyang digit. So 3 pa rin. So when we round off 325 10,000s to the nearest hundreds, we have the answer 3 hundredths. So is 3 hundredths closest to 325 10,000s? Yes, ang ating sagot. Nakuha po.
Round off? Yeah, let's have this one. The second question is 33 thousandths closest to this number 325 10,000s? Paano natin malalaman? We will round off the number. Balik tayo dito. Now, the second rule is that rounding off 325 10,000s to the nearest thousands naman ngayon. Kanina 100. So, let's follow the same procedure. Step number 1, identify what is the place value digit. So, alin dito ang nasa thousands? 2. Tatandaan natin ulit ha. Yung 0 tenths, yung 3 hundredths, yung 2 thousands, yung 5 10,000s. Ano lamang po. Tandaan lang natin yan. So, si 2 ang nasa thousands. So, okay na tayo sa number 1. Step number 2, look for the right digit and decide if it is round up or round down. So, nahanap na natin si thousands, tingnan na natin yung katabi niyang digit. So, ngayon, ang katabi ni 2
Ay 5. It is a round up or round down. 5 is in the rounding up digits. Okay. So since round up tayo, ano ang ating rule sa round up? If it is round up, add 1 to the place value digit. So lalagyan o dadagdagan daw natin yung place value digit na 2 plus 1 will become 3. That's why we have 0.33. Ito na yung 2, naging 3 kasi yung katabi niyang digit ay 5. So rounding up. So is 325 ten thousandths closest to 33 thousandths? The correct answer is yes. Let's have this one. Math try na. Tingnan natin kung kaya nyo mag-round off. Let's have with first example. Round off to the nearest hundredth. Yun yung ating rule. So we have the number. Again, basahin nga natin to. Correct. 7 and 346 thousandths. Yan po ang tamang pagbasa. Now, according to the rule, round off to the nearest hundredths. Step number 1. Where is the hundredths place? 4. 4 is in the hundredths place. Step number 2. Look for the right digit. 6. Is 6 round up or round down? It's round up kasi 6, di ba, mataas? So 4, kapag round up, dadagdagan natin si 4 ng isa. Magiging siyang 5. Copy 3, copy point, copy 7. So the answer is 7 and 35 hundredths. Did you understand? Okay, let's have another one.
Round off to the nearest thousands. Yan ang ating rule. So we have this number. Again, can you
The number 6 and 3,457 ten thousandths. Kasi apat na ang digit.
to the nearest thousand? Step number 1, hanapin si thousand. Sino ba dyan sa apat? Yes,
5. 5 is in thousands. Step number 2, look
the right digit. Sino yung katabi niya? We have 7. Then what?
open. Up or down? It's up. So 5, dadagdagan mo lang ng isa will become 6.
4, copy 3, copy point, copy 6. So we have the answer 6 and 3.
46,000.
Get it?
Let's have the final example.
Round off to the nearest hundred. So we have the number, everybody.
Let us read. 25 and 897 thousandths. Step number 1. Look for the hundredths. Sino ba nasa
9. Then look out for the right digit, 7. So since 7 is rounding up, oops, eto na. Be careful kapag ang place value digit natin ay 9, kapag ang katabi niya ay rounding up or magra-round up tayo, ito yung medyo
nababago pagdating sa 9? Pero kung
ibig sabihin, kung ang katabi ni nan ay 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, walang problema kasi kokopyahin lang natin yan. Since kapag 9 ang nasa place value digit, then ang kanyang right digit is rounding up. So this what happened. Since 9, magdadagdag tayo ng isa, magiging 10. So therefore, we will have regrouping. So 9 will become 0 and plus 1 will go to the next digit, which is 8. So therefore, 8 plus 1 will become 9, then 9 becomes 0.
or 89 plus 1 will become
90. Did you understand? So the answer is 25 and 90 hundredths. Ano nangyari? 9 ang ating hundredths, katabi niya ay 7, it's round up. So therefore, 9 plus 1 will become 10. Ding down 0, carry 1, kaya 8 plus 1 naging 9. So that's why the answer is 25 and 90 hundredths. So what if my answer is 25 and 9 tenths? Is it correct? Yes, they are equal, but since ang ating rule ay round off to the nearest hundredths, so your answer should be in the hundredths place or in the hundredths value. All right? So 25 and 90 hundredths is the best answer. Did you understand about it? Congratulations. And that concludes our second quarter week number 1. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. See you in the next episode. Happy learning!
Sorry, it's DJ.